Lean in, lock in, listen. Are the people in your life digging your grave or helping you to water your garden? That's what I want to ask you. I was in college some years ago, and I remember being a college kid, and you're having a pretty cool time in college, being busy, trying to be a socialite, balancing all of it. There was a particular book that came across my eyes and got into my hands. It's a book written by James Allen called As a Man Thinketh. One, it's based off the scripture, As a Man Thinketh in his heart, so is he. Secondly, the book written by James Allen likens the mind to a garden. Thought it was so fascinating and how he interconnected your mentality to the reality of the identity of your garden. Now, I want to ask you this particular question. Are those people empowering you in your life to cultivate your garden, or are they trying to bury you? But here's the thing. The wrong people always try to bury you, but they forgot that you're a seed. And as we're talking about it today, grave a garden from rip to reap, from RIP to reap. One of the things that we have to realize, as James Allen mentions it, there's a distinction between weeds and seeds. A lot of times there's weeds of worry that are growing in our mind. There are weeds of things that are trying to pull out the source of the strength of who it is that we are. And isn't it interesting? Whatever is growing that is fruitful, there's always some weeds that are trying to choke it. There's always some weeds that are trying to choke whatever is growing that's going to be fruitful, that's going to be plentiful, that's always going to move other people to the next level. Who's trying to choke you on your way to success? Who's choking your dreams? What's choking your dreams? What did people say to you that now you've internalized, that now chokes your dream? And here it is, causes the seed not to grow, but it causes the seed to die. Listen, God never placed anything on this planet that is not gifted. He placed a seed inside of you that the world needs. Somebody's waiting for you to become who you are so they can become who they're supposed to be. How much longer will you make them wait? How much longer will you delay what you're supposed to do today simply because of what somebody else had the nerve to say? Who are you allowing to become the weeds that you surround yourself with in your life? They always got something to say about somebody else. They always trying to pull you down. They always have something to say when it is that you're now moving into a place of upward mobility. Yes, they don't believe in you, and now they want to counterattack the dream that is within you. Got to uproot those weeds. Here's what I used to do as a kid, and I still to this day I don't like working in the garden. I don't like it. But I remember I would be in the garden. I would have to pull up weeds out of the garden. Mama was making me do some yard work. And you never pull up the weed from the top above the ground. Here's what you got to do. You got to go to the root. You got to pull it out from the base level so that you can uproot it. If you just cut it from the top, listen, that thing is going to grow back, and it might even grow a little bit higher. Might grow with more intensity. But no, you have to uproot it from the root. Here it is. The only way you uproot it is from the root. You uproot it from the root. You got to pull it up. You got to get rid of all the stinking thinking, all the scarcity mindset of the reasons why it's not going to work. Come on, what are the weeds that are growing in your life? What are the weeds that are growing in your mind that you know you need to uproot? that you know are stifling the seeds of what it is that are being sown and that should grow. But now it's causing you to be stifled. It's causing you to be stuck. It's causing you to be stagnant. It's causing your life to sputter. You have a little bit of acceleration, then something causes you to stop. And then you just go through life 3 steps forward, 2 steps back, 2 steps forward, 3 steps back. We got to get a hold of it. And we have to make sure that we uproot the weeds so the right seeds can grow, so the right seeds can germinate, so you can bear fruit, and so that your fruit can remain. Do you have, I got to ask you this as well, do you have pallbearers or do you have armor bearers in your life? We got to look at the weeds versus the seeds. We also have to analyze, do we have armor bearers or do we have pallbearers in our life? Pallbearers are associated with a funeral. Pallbearers are associated with burying the dead. Pallbearers are associated with putting people down into the ground. Pallbearers are associated with carrying people the weight of the death, the mourning of those who have transitioned and passed on. Armor bearers now have your back. Armor bearers now will sometimes even be out front to get in the way of what it is that would be a would-be attacker for you, or those individuals who would prey on you. Armor bearers are praying for you. Armor bearers want to see you grow. Armor bearers want to see you develop. Here's what the armor bearers are going to do. Armor bearers are going to keep it 100 with you. Armor bearers are going to tell you, listen, you're not working hard enough. Armor bearers are telling you, listen, there's something that's great on the inside of you. And if you can just push one more level, if you can do just this one thing that's different, it's going to shift you to a greater trajectory in your life. Who are the armor bearers that in your life? Come on, think about it. Whether it's family, whether it's friends. I was telling people the other day, I was telling my church the other day, I was saying, listen, you know you have real friends. Real friends feel like family without the last name. Do you have those people in your life that feel like family without the last name? They don't bring dysfunction. They want you to function. They don't bring dissent and negativity. No, they're pushing you into a place of determination, and they're bringing positivity into your life. Armor bearers are going to lift you up. Armor bearers are going to hold you up. Armor bearers are going to keep you afloat. Armor bearers are going to encourage you. They're going to push you higher rather than pallbearers bringing you lower. Here's another thing. How do I understand? Number 3, how do I understand the difference between a grave and a garden? Yes, grave and garden both have dirt in their environments. But what simply shifts it and changes it is the environment. Do I have people in my life who are going to cause me to replenish? Or are you in a particular place where you're stuck in a season to where it feels as if you're in a cemetery? Dead relationships, dead connections, dead associations. Come on, you feel as if you're dead on arrival when you're at the place of your destiny. The garden now is going to reap a harvest if you cultivate it. What are you doing to grow your garden? What are you doing to cultivate your garden? What are you doing to sow into who it is that you are? In the midst of people, yes, who will support you, and even in the midst of those who don't even celebrate you. Here's what I understand. My 3rd point here. Grave people, they don't clap when you win. A win for you is a loss for them. Be mindful of the people who don't clap when you win. They are muted whenever you step into your miracle. They suffocate when you're now moving to a greater dimension, a greater place and plane of success. Don't allow that to stop you from getting to where it is that you're supposed to be and how it is that you're supposed to get there. Don't quit if they don't clap. Let me say that again. Be mindful of the people who don't clap when you win, but also don't quit if they don't clap. Don't clap back if they don't clap. Right? Because For the wrong type of individuals, they are intimidated. And whoever you intimidate will always be who you eliminate. Got to make sure that you associate yourself with people who are going to water your garden rather than people going to keep you in a dry desert place that brings about death. Some watered, others planted. God is the one that gives the increase. And I don't know what your garden is financially, relationally, socially, emotionally, spiritually. I speak life to your garden. Speak life to your life. Speak life to your dream. I speak life to your vision. You're going to live to see it happen. You're going to prosper. You're going to overcome with seemingly keeping you overwhelmed. And you're going to do it, especially when you know your no. You got to say no to the grave diggers. And you got to say yes to those who give life. Know you know how to build healthy boundaries and love without losing yourself. It's my 19th book, y'all. Yeah, my 19th book, How to Build Healthy Boundaries and Love Without Losing Yourself. It's available right now on Amazon. Went #1 on Amazon for a reason. Yeah, you're going to see it. You're going to read it as it reads you when you pick it up. Get a ebook. You can get the ebook on Amazon. You can also get you can get the hard copy on Amazon as well. Ebook on Amazon, hard copy on Amazon. You can also get a signed copy on my website, which is EddieConnor.com. Get a signed copy. Tell a friend about the book. Gift the book to a friend. You want to build those boundaries. You want to develop who it is that you are, and you want to tap into the authenticity and the essence of your amazing identity. Here's what I understand as well. Here's what I understand. If you are not soaring in an amazing community like mine, what are you doing? You need to get into my community immediately, quick, fast, and in a hurry. It's called my Eagles Academy. Yes, we're empowering you to soar into greater success and purpose each and every single time that we have our sessions, which are weekly. Is where I'm coaching, is where I'm teaching, is where I'm training, is where I'm mentoring you. And you don't just grow in a silo, but it's around other gifted leaders. I want you to soar into our Zoom room where I'm on my whiteboard, where I'm doing all types of teaching and training and empowering you to grow into your next level. Yeah, it's time to build those boundaries. Yeah, it's time to build that blueprint. Yeah, it's time to build your business. Yeah, it's time to build upon your bank account. Yes, it's time to break through. We can help you to do that. I'm going to empower you to do that. You got to get into the room, though. How do you get into the room? I'm so glad you asked. Go right now to theeaglesacademy.com. Theeaglesacademy.com is where I'm showing you how to soar into greater success and purpose. Register right now, theeaglesacademy.com. When you get there, tap the Join Now button, fill out the form, and then you're going to be transformed. I know you were transformed by this conversation. Yes, I know you were transformed by this conversation. So here's what I want you to do. I want you to sow into this word. I want you to sow into this conversation. I want you to sow immediately right into what it is that I've been sharing. Talking about a seed, talking about a garden. Put a seed in the garden. This is good ground. Put a seed right on into it. That helps us to do the work that I have been doing in the community, serving as the pastor of the Remnant Worshipers Ministry, mentoring, teaching, coaching, training, not just online, but also offline, to where we've fed and served more than 20,000 people in the Metro Detroit area and beyond since September of 2024. We can do even more. We can do even more based upon your seed and your gift. My information, Cash App, $ Dr. Eddie Ministries, $ Dr. Eddie Ministries. I want you to do that. Then also on, PayPal, info@EddieConnor.com. And then, yes, Zelle as well, EddieConnorJr@gmail.com. Once again, of course, Cash App, $ Dr. Eddie Ministries, PayPal, info@EddieConnor.com, Zelle, EddieConnorJr@gmail.com. All the information, yes, is in the description of this video. That's for sure. Hit that thumbs up button. Hit that like button. I've been growing your greatness. Help me to grow our channel for change, our channel that creates change, our channel that breaks chains. I would appreciate it. Thank you so much. It's yours truly, Dr. Eddie, your main man, 100 grand. Yo, brother. And I mean that. From Another Mother family has been fun, but you know, a brother got to run. So I want you to know it's been a privilege and a pleasure, a treat and a treasure, a joy beyond measure. But I want you to remember to keep the faith and believe it's going to be bigger, better, brighter, peace, and a whole lot of love. Keep soaring higher. I want you to go ahead and get your hands on my new book, Know Your No. It's all about how to build healthy boundaries and love without losing yourself. Boundaries are not limitations. Boundaries are for liberation. You're going to find a way to unbox yourself. You're going to find a way to really love yourself and to move into a place of emotional regulation, to stand your ground, to draw a line in the sand, stand 10 toes down on it. Don't do the electric slide. Don't moonwalk away from it, but really stand wholeheartedly down on what it is that you say. It's for your protection. It's for your self-care. Moves you into a greater place of self-awareness and emotional regulation and developing your mental health and creating boundaries so that you can abound to a new and a greater level. Go right now to get a signed copy at EddieConnor.com. EddieConnor.com. And then, of course, you can also get it on Amazon. Go and get the book right now.